Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam. Today's episode, I just want to do a little bit of cleaning on that new 98 12 valve truck that I picked up. It's funny, each and every one of these trucks that I buy that is potentially really close to just being scrapped out and we consider it a parts truck, people just say part it out so you can fix the grandma's truck. This was my grandma's truck. She bought it brand new in 97, had a head gasket issue, and it wasn't the cleanest truck, but proven to be underneath the layers of dirt, it's still very solid of a body. But everybody's saying just get her truck going, don't even worry about these other ones. But I'll straight up honest with you guys, it is such a rewarding feeling taking a truck that somebody's left for scrap and bringing it back to life. This 94 12 valve, I literally looked at it for the engine and transmission, brought it home, planned on just tearing it apart for parts for grandma's truck because it needs a new engine. But, or it might not, I don't know. I have hers all torn apart. That'll come in a different video. But the feeling of bringing something that somebody had just completely left for junk out in the field. This thing, sure, it had a couple dinged up fenders. The hood was flown off. The bed was complete garbage. But I got stuff to replace it. They're not making these trucks anymore. Here in my state, there's a particular year of truck and older for the diesels that they're smog exempt. And this and all the other 12 valves I got fall into that category, so it's a great pleasure to keep these around for the reason of smog exempt. But this truck was complete junk and I brought it back. Now, I've always wanted to work on muscle cars, Dodge Chargers and stuff, and I never really graduated to having the funds to buy those because they're so expensive and they take so much more work. But I feel like I get my hands dirty with these, we'll be able to get something better later on and start getting into the Chargers like I'd really like to do. No time wasted on bringing a truck back to life. We're gonna go up to the truck right now, see if we can get it started again. I got the battery, the jump box. We got to get a relay for the shutoff solenoid, and these ones, as soon as the frame gets bent, they're kind of gone. So we need a relay. I mean, this frame is so far bent right here. Even the cab got bent inside there. It was just no good. So we need that big boy right there. Oh, that's not what we like to see. It's full of water. Let's try this truck. Older trucks, they do have a computer that does some of the functions, but to shut off the fuel is just a simple relay. We'll pop this sucker off. I got to get a tool. The other one is flipped over and I think got full of water just like that one did. So this one is upright the way it should be. We'll see if this thing will solve our problem, because I'll have to manually turn on the shutoff valve. And hopefully this fixes the problem. The truck can start and we can bring it down here and we'll wash off the 4+ years of it just sitting, plus all the power steering fluid leaking, and see where we stand into tearing it down and what needs to be fixed. And then we can bring the process into play of fixing the whole truck. If you guys don't know what truck this is my lady's truck. It's a 2012 with 6.7. It's got a 68 trans, but I've modified the valve body a little bit. It's just stock, but it can breathe and it fires up so mean. It's actually really fun to drive, but I think we're gonna be selling it pretty quick, so keep that an eye out. I'm gonna sell it for a decent price, hopefully to move it kind of quick. I'll go list this one for 1 week only as it sits, and if I don't have anybody come and pick it up for the price I want as is, I'm gonna take all the stuff off, tires and wheels, and it'll be completely bone stock, and then I'll probably list it for the same exact price. But there she is, boys. There's my true 98 12 valve with the 4-door 6-speed manual. 97 5-speed manual. That's on the chopping block later on. Just needs a paint job, everything else is done. And then we'll back up to the oddball 98 12 valve. Why it's an oddball is because in 98 they switched their truck cabs and they had the diesels with the 4-door, but for some reason this one doesn't have 4-door. But this thing, it needs to be cleaned up pretty good. People are saying just leave the paint that's on it. Honestly, I don't really like this paint color at all, and I'm set up so I can paint now. So it's so super scratched up. The bed needs some fixing. It's got a lot of rock chips and stuff in it. It looks good when it's raining and it's on film and you're 50 feet away. It's funny, I wanted to do silver on the bottom and dark blue on the top, and probably like 85 to 90% of the comments were saying to do the same thing. That was weird. It was definitely rusty. Got water in her. Well, we'll see if it works. Hopefully we don't have to use this little jump box. I mean, it started a V8 Chevy, but it's not doing the best with straight six. Okay, so if you guys understand relays, small little bit of electricity to trigger a switch to apply a bigger amount of electricity. That's all that thing is. Shut off solenoid is right there. That thing was not clicking up. I had to manually turn that on to get fuel to the pump. So we'll see if my new one fixes that problem. Oh crap. This thing is actually pretty nice in here. The dash has one crack, or two cracks, sorry. But where's the key? Yep. So it was that relay. That's nice. I thought a rat might have chewed it up, but we're good. Okay, so this thing has sat for 4 years. That's got the same fuel in it. Really hoping the oil pressure, there it goes. That was scary. We want oil pressure. It's got the same fuel in it from 4 years ago, so I got some down there that I'll try to put in here. And because it's at half a tank. But I got this tank, it's full of good diesel, but it's just sitting here and I don't know what to do with it. So I drained 4-year-old crappy diesel out. I got about 7 gallons worth. Siphoned it out. I'm gonna put this stuff in there. See if the truck runs a little bit cleaner on some, you know, new diesel. After I pressure washed it, the water and fuel light came on. I think that's just because I pressure washed it. Wasn't even actually plugged in, the sensor wasn't, so. This is the pump off of my 5500. Again, this is good diesel. It came out of this is the secondary tank that was on my green truck when I bought it. And I deleted that pretty quickly. Oh, but we turn her on. Free diesel right here, boys. When you find $5 in an ashtray of change, well, I found like, I think it's like a 39-gallon tank behind me. So that's 39 times 4. Basically, just say $100 for free money right here. Make that thing try to fall out. We only used half of it. I'll put the cap back on this and save it for a rainy day. For when, I don't know. This truck was as good of candidate as any other truck I ever seen to have free diesel put in it. Kind of spilt a little bit there. Well, I've been cruising around the yard, seeing what works and what doesn't work. Got our temperatures up a little bit, been kind of hot rodding it. It's probably the most stupid thing you could do and dangerous is try to drive one of these freaking trucks with no power steering or brakes. I'm not saying I almost hit a tree, but I drove around it and it was sketchy. But the air conditioner works, all the gauges work, temperature's climbing, oil pressure works. I'm a fan. Okay, that's enough intermission. You guys get back to the other thing. Also, the truck does have brand new steering. The stuff that we just put in Austin's truck, all that updated 09 plus. Steering's got it, but I think we might need one more thing, like probably the steering box. Goes into gear nice. The clutch actually feels pretty strong. Just got that old, these diesel's been sitting for a little while. Obviously the fuel's not that good, but it just needs to be a little opened up. Oh my God. Got a little bark to it. Oh, we're gonna crash. It's got flat tires too. That's not helping much. And it's in 4-wheel drive. What the hell's it doing in 4-wheel drive? Huh. It was. They haven't adjusted that properly. See if I go out of 4-wheel. No. Oh, you know what? They got the wrong knob on there. This is an older style transfer case, because that'd be 4 low. Let's see here. That's definitely not 4 low. Yeah, so that's too high right there. They got that, that's wrong. Whoever did the swap, I have to change that thing on there. Oh well. Need a new filter too. Ah, I should have got one earlier. Pyro works. Now see if she fires back up. Oh, they even have the neutral safety switch. Damn, it starts good too. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Boone, what do you say about that? Good stuff. I'm excited. Get the pressure washer out. See what I mean? There ain't no clear coat there. It's halfway through the paint. This side of the truck, toast. All right, so the guy I bought the truck from, he's nice enough to subscribe to the channel, so I'm not throwing any hate. But the transfer case is wrong for the era of the truck. The shift pattern is different from like the 97 and older second gens to the 98 and up. They had a different pattern, like the new trucks would have that pattern. So that's wrong. And whoever did the up swapped it, they left the automatic stuff in there still. So kind of a hack job, but it still got the job done. But we got years of caked on oil and dirt right here. So I'm gonna get the pressure washer off, knock this crap off there. Reason I don't want to drive the truck too much, I'll fix power steering leak. That's not gonna be that big a deal. Maybe the pump's still good, but I can't see where it's leaking from with all the garbage on it, plus all the stuff on the engine. Came with a funnel. Came with some, was that Ford? Oh, there's a problem right there. Dang Ford. There's 2 of them. You guys keep making fun of Fords. I'm gonna go buy one. Pressure washer off. I don't want anything to catch on fire. That's why I want to do this now. Know you guys noticed these awesome new sweatshirt pullovers that I was wearing. Embroidered V-Belt and Son on the back. Check it out when this video's over. VBeltandSon.com. Alrighty, now that I've washed off the last, let's say, 20 years worth of grime, caked on grease and oil, we can actually see the frame and the power steering pump. The pump might still be good. So all I'm gonna do is dump some fluid in there, see if it still pumps, obviously, and then we'll see where it's leaking from. I'll fire the truck up real quick. That way I know if I got to change the pump out, and maybe I just got to change the hoses out. Maybe I got to do both. In this case, I bought the pump and hoses. It was only 150 bucks. Not even that. I think it was like 100 bucks. 100 bucks worth of parts, and you can fix this truck. I think that makes it worth it. That'd be something if it was just a $20 hose. Fingers crossed. Stay, Boone. Maybe I put a battery back in it, that'll help. Let's try that again. I propped up the relay for the shutoff solenoid, so that shouldn't get rust in it or water again. Okay, I haven't found a leak. It's not spraying anywhere, so I was checking to see if the pump still actually worked. Miss Taylor's in there. We're gonna redneck it. Just crank it like you did the first time. All right, shut her off. She's still pumping. Kill that key, would you? Let's see what the heck the deal is here. I thought for sure if the pump worked, we would find a leak. That has not been the case. Walked the steering wheel back and forth several times trying to get the system to do its own bleeding. Well, I couldn't find a leak, and it wasn't using fluid. It was still the same amount that was in there from the beginning, and the power steering pump did not start to work. So it leads me to leave. It's still making pressure, but it's not making high pressure enough to, you know, help steer or help with the brakes. So, well, there we go, guys. Got the bad girl turned around under its own power. Like I said, this truck was sitting for 4 years before I bought it, all because that power steering pump was leaking. I can't even find a leak underneath there. Filled it full, didn't see anything dripping down. Who knows what the heck. But like I said, for $100, that's for a new pump and the 2 new hoses for the pressure and return. I'm just gonna knock it out, and that's technically what it would take to unofficially get this thing back roadworthy. New tires are definitely in order. I'm not gonna run 16, so new wheels. But that'll come later. I'm gonna take this thing back up to the house, park it up there, so I'm not tempted to work on it down here near the shop where the tools are. But comment below what you guys think about that power steering thing. I think just the fact that he ran it without fluid for so long cooked it, and that's all she wrote. But fun little project. I think it's definitely going to pay out if I sell it. If I don't sell it, I'm going to be happy either way. But I enjoy working on these trucks and enjoy bringing them back. So 2 things, comment below if you have any input on the power steering issue. I've never taken a pump apart, but I imagine, yeah, like any pump, they could burn themselves up in a second. Let me know what you guys are working on right now. Comment it below. If you guys got shot photos, send them to my DM, Samson_Andrew on Instagram, and check out vbeltandson.com. But we'll see you guys on the next one. Later.